So this is an axle shaft that I pulled out of a Dodge at the junkyard because I broke the one that was in it. The rear end is obsolete in this. It came out of some weird Jeep truck, like a 3/4 ton Jeep truck, and you can't get parts for it. So I went to the junkyard and pulled an axle out of a Dodge 2500 truck. It was the right size axle, right spline count, but the bolt pattern is different. That's the obsolete portion of this axle. The bolt pattern is just a little bit different than all of the Ford and Dodge axles. So I clocked the bolt pattern and re-drilled bolt patterns in the end of this axle. And okay, so we're bottomed out on the splines on that axle. I got to extend them at least a 1/2 inch. The other one I extended about an inch just for tolerance. So I'm gonna do the same with this one. Now remember, this is a precision hack job. There's the old flange off the old axle. I'm gonna tack weld that to here. I've clocked it so that the holes are centered between the existing holes on this axle. And I'll tack weld it in a few spots, drill those holes, go slam it in the Jeep. Two more to go. Not the straightest holes, but I did oversize them a little bit. Aim them up and then go test fit it. I gotta cut the spot welds off now. So there's my $40 axle, all modified for my application. I've drilled new holes, new bolt pattern to match the bolt pattern in the obsolete Jeep axle. And I have used a precision mill, also known as a 4.5 inch grinder with a cutoff wheel, to extend these splines. The other axle that I modified already the same way has lasted over a year of extremely hard abuse. So pretty easy to justify doing this. Obviously, if I wasn't so cheap or wanted to spend the money on a chrome ollie axle shaft with blank end and have to have it milled anyways, I'd do that. But eventually I'll replace this whole rear end if I don't sell the Jeep with a corporate 12 bolt or something like that with disc brakes. But until then, I'll just keep building junkyard axles. So I'm going to make it look real professional with the spritz of black spray paint. There it is, all beautified. I did spend about $40 for a pair of these out of the junkyard. So for the time I took to do this, it's probably well worth it. A new one of these with the blank end that you'd have to drill the bolt pattern anyways is about $300 a piece. So that's my $20 axle. I did have to buy a new drill bit though, so it's 30.